J-Mad is not your everyday lunch partner. He's all the way raw.
How are you going to say Black Lives Matter when the only reason you come out is when cops kill us and we don't come out when we kill ourselves? That's crazy, man.
He's all the way real.
The truth? You can't even handle the truth.
And most of all, he has his priorities right.
I want the Falcons and the Hawks to be my pallbearers at my funeral. That way they can let me down just one last time.
J-Mad gives it to you big.
Real talk, well, J-Mad, he got you right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J-Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J-Mad.
That's right. That's right. You got your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we are on. Even Alexa can make it do just what it's supposed to do, baby. It's all good. It's all gravy. We're going to have a great show tonight. We're going to make this old school tonight, and we're just going to go back into in the day, and we're going to talk about things, how much things has changed. That's where we're going with the show tonight. Even with our music, we're going to talk about how things has changed. We're going to just jump around, so it's going to be open mic tonight. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy.
Ooh, good loving. The girls got plenty good loving. Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. Who used to be my girl? I respect her when she was mine. I used to neglect her. Oh, she wanted more than I could give. But as long as I live, she'll be my girl. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. She had a charming personality. The girl was so right for me. She's my girl. If I had a chance for a moment, I'd take her back. As a matter of fact, right away, like not only good looking, the girl was so smart, you can't beat her cooking. Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl. Deep down inside, I still love her. I place no one above her. She's warm and sensitive. For as long as I live, she'll be my girl. If I had a chance, I'd take her back. Oh no, as a matter of fact, right away, fine day. Ooh, the girls got plenty good loving. Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl, my girl. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. I wouldn't lie on a thing like that. She used to be my girl. 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 My girl. Deep down inside, I love her. I'll live for one above her. She was mine. Oh, mine. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl.
You're listening to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even Alexa can make it do just what it do, baby, baby. It's all good. It's all gravy. I hope you all, it's Wednesday. I hope that you all have had a great week thus far. I know I have. This has been a great week thus far. No problems, no issues, no loving life. God is good. You know, I woke up, I think that was Monday. You know, I usually wake up and pray, but I pray. However, this prayer was kind of different. Hey, what's going on all to these folks over here on Katrina, Floyd, what's going on? I am not going to try to mess. He's from Japan, though. Moogie. I don't know how to say that. Glenn, what's up? But I know he's from Japan. Coleman, Pastor Coleman, what's going on with you, dude? Good to have you on the show, man. Always a pleasure. Who else we got going on? Allison, what's going on? Over here in the chat room, we have On Spreaker.com, we had, let me see who I got in the chat room over here. Aries, what's going on? Michelle, what's going on over here? Simon McCrory, what's going on down there? And I think he's in Jacksonville. I think Simon is down there in Jacksonville. He used to be the minister of music at the church I attended some years back. He used to be the minister of music down there. So good to have you on the show, man. That dude can play and sing. He got it going on. I know he was with Earth, Wind, and Fire. I believe that's who it was for a while. If you're on Facebook Live and you're watching my my live feed, the reception is really bad. I don't know what's going on with the reception, but it is what it is. So I hope y'all are able to see it. I do see hearts and thumbs going up, so hopefully that's part of what it's doing, whatever it's doing. Hey, it is what it is. Monday's show was really, really good. We talked about relationships and things like that. But we then moved. Well, the Free Your Mind section took us over into the second hour, and I usually don't try to get into going too much into Free Your Mind. I give you 15 minutes. So if you have something that you want to share at 8 o'clock, we have Free Your Mind. The phone lines are open, 864-897-9607. Again, that number is 864-897-9607. So you're more than welcome to call into the show and be a part of the show today. So here's where I want to go with the show today. I was thinking, even part of the play, and again, thank you all for those that either showed up at the play or those that called me and say, hey, we praying for you, hope the show got well. Text me, or however you got in contact with me. I do appreciate it. I know it was a couple of people that wanted to show up but couldn't because of other obligations that happened. I know a couple of people said they was trying to surprise me and come down because they told me, no, we're not coming. So they weren't able to make it because of other reasons as well. But I thank you all so much for coming to the stage play. Not all wounds heal. It's traveling now. We just finished up LaGrange, Georgia. We're supposed to head out to Alabama sometime. And from Alabama, we're supposed to go to Douglas, Georgia, and a couple of more spots. But we'll see. If you're interested in acting, there is a part in our stage play that is open, but we also would like some understudies as well. And if you're interested in that, y'all go on my page and find Mr. Elijah Parham. You can see him in plenty of my posts, especially if you see any of the posts from the play, you'll see Elijah on there. If you're interested, you're in the Atlanta area, Columbus area, LaGrange area, that area, Noonan. If y'all in that area there and are willing to put in the work to learn this stage play, and you have some heavy shoes to fill, because we are looking for my new wife in the play. The wife, Cece, she has a few projects going on. She's in 2 movies and a television show. And they're filming, she just finished one movie. They just finished filming that. She's just started the second movie. And then from there, she's also intertwined with a television show that's being launched at the same time. So, but if you're interested in, hey, Ray, what's going on with your big dog? If you're interested in being a part of the stage play, there is a opening, but it is one of the major roles. It is a major role in the play, and you play my wife in that particular spot. All right, we good. So thank you all again. So here's where I want to go today. I'm playing all old school music today because I want to make a journey back in the day. I want to talk about how times have changed. So many different things have changed in this world, from raising our kids to being in relationships to working to all of these other different things, so much has changed. And I wanted that to be a part of the conversation today. So y'all make sure y'all get your ears on. And Whitney, what's going on all the way down there in Jacksonville, Florida? Coco, what's going on over there in Loganville? So that's where we're going. We're going tonight. We're just going to have a candid conversation. Look, those that's on Facebook Live, if you're on my Facebook Live, be a part of the conversation. If not, because my phone is really irritating me right now, or my camera or Facebook Live is irritating me right now. Be a part of the conversation so we can keep that Facebook Live going. If we can't keep the Facebook Live going, I'm gonna ease on up the road. It don't look like mine. It don't. You know, I may have to ease on up the road anyway. But we'll get as much as you can off of Facebook Live. All right, that's good. If y'all good with it, I'm good with it. Let me take y'all back in the day a little bit more. We're gonna do 80s. We probably do some 90s, 80s, 90s, 70s, somewhere right in there. We're gonna do that. Can y'all do that? We just listened to Cameo earlier. The intro songs were Cameo, Single Life, and the OJs, Used to Be My Girl. Those used to be some really, really great hits. You know, even the music has changed. Not just. Hey Geneva, what's going on? That was Geneva connected with me today on Facebook. Geneva, we went to the same church together back in the day. That was late 80s. We went to the same church together. Good to have you on, Geneva. Great having you on. Sylvia, what's going on over there? That was one of my sisters. I believe that's one of my sisters. I can't see her face right now. When I was down there, and believe it or not, y'all, I used to be a part of the Masons. So, anyway, anywho, she was one of my sisters. It's all good. It's all gravy. So let's get, you know, Ann Nesby was a lot of people didn't, you know, you got to know music to know Ann Nesby and the music that she brought to the scene. Ann Nesby was really good. Emmanuel, what's going on? I think he's over in Africa. I think that's Africa. What's going on, Emmanuel? Good to have you on the show. All right. But Ann Nesby was one that would play did some real good music. And then after that, we're going to hear some Al Green. And then I want to talk to your ears after that. All right. I'll let your boy. It's all good. It's definitely all gravy.
So hard it brightens up my day. I feel the magic
don't look so sad. I know it's over. But life goes on, and this world keeps on turning. Yeah, let's just be glad we had this time to spend together. There is no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Sweet baby, hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops roll softly against my window all late at night. Make believe you love me one more time. For the good times. For the good times. I'll get along, and I'm sure you'll find another. But baby, please remember, I'll be here. I'm gonna stay right here. If you should ever find you need me, yeah, don't say a word about tomorrow or forever and ever and ever and ever. There'll be time enough for severance when you leave me. For the good time. Oh yeah. For the good time. Lay your head. Lay your head on my pillow. Oh, this is one time, girl. One time. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine.
You're listening to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we are on. That was Al Green for the good times. You know, even back then, the music that we listen to today is totally. Renee, what's going on? Renee Evans on Facebook Live, what's going on? the music is so different. There were a couple of people that I thought would do better in the, not better. That's the wrong word. I thought would go in a different format, a different genre, because the genre of music that we have today is so far different. It's so far different that it has changed even how we listen to music. You remember back in the day, I'm going to talk to the guys real quick. Remember back in the day when you needed to tell a girl something, but you were so, I don't want to use the word self-conscious, but you know your game wasn't tight. And because your game wasn't tight, you would find your favorite artist, and that favorite artist would say exactly what you wanted them to say. You know, back in the day, when you wanted to tell a girl how sexy she was, you would do something like this. Y'all know what that is. You know, you walk up to her, having this playing in the background. You may have it in your car. You may have it, back in the day we used to have them boom box. And we used to tell her like this. We used to say it like this. You had a little dip in your step. You rubbed on your face like, yeah, I'm finna holler at her. This part right here.
I don't want you to go. You're the girl who makes me feel so good.
See, back in the day, when they had music, guys, back in the day. Let me turn. I think I'm gonna play this at the beginning. At the next music that, you know, I know y'all grooving, y'all over there grooving and y'all dancing in your chairs or whatever. You got your that wine or what they call it, that dirty water in your glass. I know y'all sitting back. It's Wednesday, so I know y'all trying to unwind in the middle of the week. I know what y'all do. You know it's hump day. Y'all trying to get your hump on. It is what it is. So check this out. Back then, all you had to do with music, you would play something that grabbed their attention. And then we switched. I'm going to tell you, this is the song that messed everything up. This song right here captured, and I believe it was ahead of its time. Excuse me. This song right here was way ahead of its time. Check this one out. This is where we are today, because we don't talk on phones. We don't even get out and meet folks. We do it this way. I'm just trying to help y'all out. We do it just like this. Just like this. Yeah, I done messed everybody up right now. I done messed everybody up. Because this song right here was way before its time. Yo, I'm telling y'all, that song, I'm gonna play both of those songs. Look, I'm not gonna look, I know. Those were the jams. Those were the jams. It is what it is. Those was two of the hottest songs back in the day. Even how guys approach women. Miss Davis, I am not going to poo Love Life Davis. I think I said it right. Pooh, Love, Life, Davis, good to have you. I hope I said that way because I still see your face up there. Good to have you on the show tonight. Frida, what's going on? Frida Zachary, we went to school together. Roderick Lowe, that's family right there, down there in Macon, Georgia. Bibb County. So here's the thing. Back in the day, the way a guy would approach a girl is totally different. How a guy approaches a girl today. I was listening to what song? It's the LL Cool J song, and he made a what song is that? It's right at the tip of my head. I can hear it. But he made a line. He had a line in that song. He says, he was hollering at the girl. He said, "Hey, come here, lady, or whatever, come here." And she looks back at him and says, "No, you meet me halfway." Back in the day, there was a complete standard. Even how guys spoke to women, and even when guys spoke to women on another level that don't need to come my way, the woman knew how to respond. That's why I like Temptations. You remember that scene where they were at school and the leader, I forgot which character it was. Not Blue, but who was the not David Ruffin, because David wasn't in the band. What's the guy's name? Oh man! But anyway, they were singing at the school, and when they was in the school, he saw this girl, and they started following her home. And even the conversation, when they reached home, he told the guys, "Hey, back off, I got it from here." Now, think about it. When they was walking home, that was part of the gig. That was part of the game. He get all the way home. He tell them, y'all need to, I got this from here. And the interaction between her and the mom, remember the mom was sitting in the window. And as the mom was sitting in the window, "Martha, what's going on with you? Good to have you on the show, Martha." The way they interacted, even with she was calling him Mr. whatever. He was saying yes, ma'am, to the mom. Even though they was trying to be sneaky, they were very respectful, not only to each other, but to the parents. Dating and relationships have shifted so much. So much. Y'all, the phone lines are open, 864-897-9607, 864-897-9607. I want y'all to be a part of this conversation. I want y'all to be a part of the conversation on where we're going with it, because we're going to go so much further than just dating. It's easy to launch off that platform there because I got the music to back it up and all this other stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to replay y'all songs that I tempted y'all with. Thank you for all of those that's over on Facebook Live. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me over there. I'm switching over to only Spreaker.com, SPREAKER. What I'm going to do right now for you, if you are on my Facebook Live, right now I'm getting ready to plug on the top of my timeline. Because if you're on my Facebook Live, you can easily go over to John Lehman. John, what's going on, y'all? That's my white friend there. We all got to have. I'm his black friend, and he's my white friend. John was in the military with me. I used to be his supervisor in the military. That's my dude there. He was crazy. Matter of fact, not only were we I was his supervisor, but he actually ended up being my roommate for a little while as well. So if y'all want to listen into the show, y'all can go to my Facebook page and click on the picture, and it'll take you straight to where you need to be as far as my the radio show Spreaker.com Spreaker.com/show/LATC. Holla at y'all folks over there on Facebook Live. If you're on somebody else's watch party, tell them to text you and give you the address again. But I keep saying it over and over again. SPREAKER, Spreaker. Almost like speaker, but it's an extra R. Spreaker. Spreaker.com/show, SHOW, /LATC. LATC stands for Life After the Collar. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. We getting ready to get into these jams. Look, Cutie Pie, Computer Love, holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy.
guns. I wanna share your treasure, oh so rare. Cause it's your face I see on my computer screen. Won't you keep me warm tonight? Such a sweet delight.
I will cherish the memory of this night. Yes, I found my computer. I wanna love you. I wanna love you, baby. I wanna love you. My computer.
Digital love, computer love, digital love, beautiful love, digital love, digital love. It's just beautiful, beautiful love. Hey, yeah. My computer. Yes, I found my come here.
Y'all cannot tell me that those weren't the jams back in the day. You're listening to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even Alexa can make it do just what it do, baby. Chance Smith, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Sharon, what's going on? Where y'all from? Chance and Sharon, where y'all from? I appreciate you all being on the radio show in the chat. Matter of fact, conversating in the chat room. I can tell what Chance, y'all on the. So if you on the Apple, y'all put an emoji up. I can't see the emoji because I'm on a Microsoft thing, and they don't recognize the emoji. So Chance, I know you on one. Michelle is on one. Coco, I see that you on it. Coco, that was your jam. That's the jam right there for real. That was the jam for real. I kind of started the conversation out earlier. Back in the day, when the guy wanted to, holler at a girl, we would do something like that, Cutie Pie, and then I kind of switched the conversation over to, this is the song that really messed up. They're from Columbus. Okay, I got you. I thank you, Michelle. So that's family there. That's your family there. That's good to have them on tonight. Computer Love was the one that I think that was like just before, what was that? Yahoo? Because back in the day, Yahoo was the big, you had everybody, if you wasn't nobody, if you didn't have either Yahoo or AOL. But then you had to plug in your computer to what they called a modem. And it sounded like a fax machine loading up. And it took forever. But back then, it was cool. It could take forever, but it seemed like you could talk to anybody from anywhere, and you in the AOL chat. Y'all remember the AOL chat rooms? That's where Computer Love came from. That, a little bit before that. But that's Computer Love. I remember my very first computer. My grandparents, I love them to life. They're gone. They done passed on. But my grandparents was smart enough, was wise enough. Let me put it this way. They were wise enough to try to get us in the game. My sister, Marisha, she's big into computers, and she knows how to do just about anything for computers. I know how to do a little bit. I can kind of finagle my way. I started in the computer industry a little bit too. But I remember my grandparents bought us one of the first home computers. It was by, it wasn't an IBM. It was the one just below IBM, and you bought it at Radio Shack. I can't remember the name brand. I see it, but I can't remember that name. And we set it up in my brother's room, me and my brother's room, because my sisters had their own room. They had a room together. Me and my brother had, but we had more room, more space in our bedroom. Commodore. That was the one. That was the one, Aries. That was the one. And I remember we had a folder. It was a big binder. And I remember if we wanted to play a game, we had to open up the binder and choose the game. It was a card game that me and my brother used to love to play. But what we had to do, we had to write the program in the computer so that we can play this game. Now, it was a car game that was a car that was going against traffic. But you didn't see a car. You saw a red square. The red square was you. And then coming towards you were other small squares and long squares and longer squares. And they represent other cars, trucks, and 18-wheelers. And you had to dodge those dots on the board. That's all you did. You was left or right. You wasn't going up. You wasn't going down. You was going left or right. But it took you dang near 3 hours to program this game in the computer. And we thought we was doing, because my other friends had Nintendo. They had Atari 2600. That was the first one, I think. Atari 2600. Then they went to Nintendo. We didn't have that. If we wanted to play a game, we had to sit there for about 3 hours and program the game. And we took turns. I did a few minutes. My brother did a few minutes. When we used to say, I stop right here. And don't mess up. Don't mess up. Because if you messed up, you had to go all the way back and figure out where you messed up. Those was good. I'm telling y'all, man. Chan says ThinkPad. No, way before ThinkPad. Way before ThinkPad. These were some of the very first computers that were in your personal homes. We thought we was doing something when we was yeah. Oh man, you created something on a computer by typing all of this stuff in. And so now I'm able to shut my computer down or reboot it in a certain way that I don't have to use the operation system. I can go to backdoor and figure out whatever I want to figure out. I can hack. I don't want to use the word hack. That sounds terrible. But I can get into people's computers without Microsoft opening up and go and look and find all of the files on the computer. Just because I went through. Michelle said, I still have a... Don't ever get rid of that Nintendo 64. Matter of fact, now, even if you get it rid of now, you probably can make... If it's in good condition, you probably can make really good money on that. I am personally looking for the Atari 2600. In my house, I have a game room. And in a game room, we have 2 stand-up game things, arcade games. Frogger, Donkey Kong Jr., Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Jr., Centipede, Millipede, Galaxy, Galaxer. Look, I came down. I was bored one night, and I came down and I said, you know what? I'm gonna play some video games. the old school video games. Matter of fact, it was last Monday. It was last Monday when I had a couple of the characters from the stage play. They came over, and so they was over here next to where the studio is. Next door is the game room, and so they went in there and they started playing. Man, our nerves were so doggone bad trying to figure out this thing. And one of the guys was young, so he played Frogger for the first time. Them cars was whipping his tail. Them cars was tearing him up. And I was like, what's wrong, man? He was like, I don't have any firing buttons. I don't have any, dude, you going left, right, up, and down. Ain't nothing hard with that. You ain't got to fire at nobody. You ain't got to shoot at nobody. And those cars and 18-wheelers was riding all over them. It was funny to me. Times has changed. We have gotten into a place where we are in such a rush. Let your phone or your computer take more than 5 seconds to load of a page. And it better not take 5 seconds. Y'all ready to throw the whole computer out thinking, it's broke. Let 3 seconds go by and that page has not come up. Oh, you hot. Who remember, I'm getting ready to help y'all out. Who remember Napster? Back in the mid-90s. Yeah, it had to be the mid-90s, late 90s. Napster was when people would put music on a server. And you could search those servers and find all of the music that you wanted and download it. But watch this. It took you almost 15 minutes to download one song. Let me tell y'all, let me give a shout out to all the taxpayers. Before the government got control of the computers, because everybody had their own personal computer. Well, not a person. Every desk had a computer, but they did not get into monitoring what was going on with their computers. So we was downloading all kinds of programs, and the government was just getting hacked left and right because of the stuff that we was downloading. So we ended up, especially in my department, we had at least 5 different desktop download music. And we would take it from one desk, you download that, you download that, you download that, you download that. Now everybody is in a rush. I have to see it now. I have to have it now. I don't want to wait. As much as we hate to admit it, we have allowed that mentality to leak into so many different areas of our lives. I'm big on talking about relationships. I am not a relationship guru at all. Don't even pretend to be. But I'm going to tell y'all how we are. We want, in relationship, we want our love relationships to be the exact same way. I want that forever love right now. Michelle said the microwave era. I did a sermon years ago called Wanting Instant Blessings Off of Crock Pot Praise. I preached real good on that one. I did. I preached that thing. We don't want, we want what we want when we want it, how we want it, and we want it instantly. But we don't want to pay the dues. Even in the music, I can switch it from relationship to music. The artists that's in the music industry today, they don't pay the dues. They get on Facebook or social media or whatever, and they create these fan base. But what happens with their music? They may come up with one, maybe two good songs. Eric said that's why it don't last, no foundation. That's what it is. You know, back in the day, if you even when you pay attention to the Motown movie or Temptations movie, I think they did one on who owned Motown? What's that boy name? What's the guy that owned Motown? It keeps wanting to jump out my mouth, but I can't remember. Anyway, he made those people go through things. They had Barry Gordy. That's him. Barry Gordy. He made them earn their keep. You had to travel the chicken circuit. You had to do all of this and that and all the other things in order to earn your spot, because it helped you appreciate what you ended up getting. I feel I used to put this on my Facebook. I probably need to do it again on my social media. I used to put it a lot. I feel sorry for my children. Here's why I say that. When my kids was growing up, I can say a song will come on the radio, or I'll play a song. This is the jam right here, and I could put the needle down on the. Okay, y'all don't do needles on the albums. My bad. I could play a song and let it ride. I don't have to worry about who's listening. If my kids or my grandkids or y'all save folks out there, anybody can listen to this music and we could just let it ride. My kids' generation does not have that. So now when they get married, have kids, they can say, hey, that used to be my jam. But they'll have to say, hold up. Let me find a clean version. I played a song, not this past Friday. Friday I wasn't at the spot. The Friday before last. And Miss Whitney was on. She said she had to go teach. You know, I keep telling y'all, if y'all need somebody in y'all women's ministry to come down and minister to y'all need to get hold of to the evangelist. She hates when I call her the evangelist. But our kids, they got to figure out, oh, hold on one second, let me make sure I get the clean version. So not the weekend before last, not this past week before last, Whitney's cousin, because they was down there, and I think she said they was down there in Daytona at the Black Bike Fest. And her cousin had her phone and came into the chat room and said, play this certain song. Well, she didn't know our protocol. So what did my dumb butt do? My stupid butt downloads the song without listening to it. I felt like I needed to go take a shower. It just felt like people were just touching me all over, and they were ugly, and I ain't want them touching me. It felt like a man was touching me, and I don't like men touching me. I felt so unclean. I wanted to just run back to the altar. Jesus, save me now. Y'all know I'm stupid. You're listening to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that... I'm sorry, y'all. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play this song right here. This was back in 88, 89, no, 87, 86, 87. This song came out. When y'all hear it, y'all going to start wilding out. Because this song right here, I'm finna mess y'all up with something. 808s. Who remember the 808s? You put the 808 in your car. You ain't seen the car is 2 miles up the road. You don't even see the car. But you hear this thing bumping in the background. The song is almost over with before they even get to you. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy. Let me put a pause right there. I'm going to apologize. I forgot the one that I saw. So I'm actually playing the New Orleans bounce. They added a New Orleans bounce to it. I'm going to still play this version because I actually like this version. But I downloaded this when New Orleans lost and couldn't go to the Super Bowl. This was one. Y'all help me. This was one of the songs that I ended up downloading just to mess with the New Orleans Saints. But I do like this version of it. I'll let your boy. You're listening to your boy J Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even, that's right, even Alexa can make it do just what it's supposed to do. Baby.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.
So this is how we do it. I'm actually 15 minutes behind. I was supposed to do it at the top of the hour. Free your mind. You know, it's a free conversation today. But I'm opening up the phone lines if you want to call in. 864 864-897-9607. 864-897-9607. Again, that number is 864-897-9607. Call in. Let's have a conversation. It is free your mind, and the rest will follow. Hey! Hey! I don't know why y'all act like I don't know how to sing. I know how to sing. Do this for me. If y'all got whatever y'all want to talk about. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something, and y'all are going to be shocked. I have not watched news since Sunday. I know y'all not going to believe that, but I have not watched news since Sunday. Y'all all confused right now. It's a reason why. It's a reason why. I need an emoji for that. I almost switched because I used to watch. I mainly watch CNN, but I said that I was going to watch more Fox News. Let me tell y'all something that y'all may not. I hate to say it. So the Mueller report came out, right, on Friday. And I watched on and off through the weekend, but I had my show, my play this weekend. Shout out to the cast members of Not All Wounds Heal. But Sunday, because on Friday, Barr, the AG, Barr, Attorney General Barr, said that he was going to have a report for Congress by the weekend with just the key points of what was in the report. So Sunday they come out and say that there was no collusion with 45. I'm finna mess y'all up. I'm gonna mess all of y'all up. Some of y'all black folks gonna hate me. Barr said that President Donald Trump had no collusion with the Russians. Yeah, I know y'all mad because I called Donald Trump president. I know y'all hot. But let me tell y'all what's getting ready to happen. If the Democrats do not get their act together, it's been real light conversation today, just having fun with music and conversation. But here's a real serious thing. If the Democrats do not get their act together, Donald Trump will be president for a second term. And that's real talk. Now, my boy is not on tonight. I don't know. He let me down. I was looking for him. Where's my boy, Michelle? Where's my dude, the one that got my back? Me and him got into it Friday. Not Friday. When was that? Monday. Because I told him I was a Republican. I consider myself more Republican. I'm independent, but even when you're independent, you either Democrat or Republican. It depends on which side, how far center are you. But I lean more to the Republican side. Let me tell y'all something, especially y'all black folks. Y'all, wouldn't you rather, with our government, the way it is, wouldn't you rather have blacks on both sides? Wouldn't you rather have black Republicans and black Democrats? So no matter who is in charge, because sometimes the Democrats are going to be in charge, sometimes the Republicans are going to be in charge. Wouldn't you rather have black folks on both sides? Wouldn't you rather have black Republicans, and there are some good black Republicans out there. Y'all just Condoleezza Rice, black Republican, black female Republican. Colin Powell, black male Republican. And there's some more that should be out there and that should be well known. What we need to do is diversify. The mayor, I don't know what city he's the mayor of, but one of the mayors in our great United States of America, if that's what you want to call it, one of our mayors is running for president. And he made a great statement. He said, "My desire is to make our government look like America." That would be the platform that if I was to ever run for president or governor, that would be the platform that I run with. We should have, when we see, because what I hate about Donald Trump is this. Every time that Negro, he's not a Negro. Every time that dude is in front of the camera, he only has white males with a trinkle of a white female behind him. The only time he has black folks in view of the camera is when he's dealing with black issues. Y'all don't want to believe that. There are certain issues that he brings, and Donald Trump is honestly, whether it's for the right reason or the wrong reason, Donald Trump is doing a lot for black folks. I know y'all don't want, as much of a racist as he is, and I consider him to be a racist, he's doing more for black folks. He's doing more for black churches. But I'm not gonna, because that's the thing that led us into our conversation last time. Y'all, you know what? I keep telling y'all, I'm doing Free Your Mind for a reason. The reason why I'm doing it is for y'all. Y'all got so much going on in y'all world. Whether it's stupid folks on your jobs, if you got idiots on your jobs, maybe y'all want to call in and say, "Hey, I was thinking about choking the hell out of my child." That's a free your mind moment. Not that you're going to do it, but you need to free your mind so you don't choke the hell out of your child. I'm just trying to help somebody out along the way. Sweet baby Jesus. How many folks been on my Facebook page today? I've been wilding out today. But before I did any of that, before I said any of the stuff that I said on my page, I put a warning. Today is not the day. Because here's what happens. Let me tell y'all why I had to put the warning out. I get inbox messages all the time. No, Michelle said, don't hurt the babies. No, y'all better go out there. I told y'all the other day, I passed by a switch tree, and the switch tree was just full of switches, and ain't nobody done pulled over. That was back in the day. We used to pull the car clean over and strip us on GP. The kids ain't even did nothing. We would pull the car over and get a couple of switches and throw them on the dashboard of the car. Y'all new age parents killed me. I digress, though. I'm trying to help people out. I argue with you about Cardi B. Sorry, wrong is wrong. People may, you know what? She's my niece. So if y'all see the young, well, both Brittany's, both of my Britneys was on arguing with me today. One of them is actually my real goddaughter. She's like 26, 27 now. Well, both of them about 26, 27. But one is actually my niece from my first marriage. And she gets upset when I don't call her my goddaughter. So I have 3 goddaughters named Brittany. I don't know how that happened, but I have 4 goddaughters. Actually, I got 5. One just graduated from high school. But out of the 5, 3 of them are named Brittany. 2 of them was on trying to bag each other up or trying to. So let me say this, and I'm gonna get back into the show. So apparently, Cardi B gets on and admits that she drugged guys and stole from them. That's all I put on, and then so I likened it unto Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. Okay? So then my boy comes on and says, because they was arguing, well, rape and stealing is 2 different things. And I agree with that. But you drugged them first. So we go a little bit further. So she was like, give me something else. I said, well, what if they drug an older person, and then stole their life savings? Would that make a difference? Because my thing is this, wrong is wrong. So then, I don't know who it was, but somebody commented on there, and they said the story gets even deeper. Because Chuck, we know him as Philly, at the Cigar Lounge, he gets on and said she was having sex with them. And then people would come in and rob them. But the story gets even deeper. Apparently, she was bringing a transvestite into the room to have a threesome with them. And so now you're in the conversation of rape now. Michelle says crime. I agree with the comparison. A crime is a crime. Avery said, I agree with you about Cardi B. Sorry, wrong is wrong. People mad, but it is what it is. Now I'm gonna have to go back and revisit whether the transvestite showed up and whether that she was having sex with him. But she admitted this herself. Is there a double standard? The only reason Cardi was not dragged because she was not famous when all of this happened. It was a video before she made it big. That's how she funded her success. Which in the hip hop industry, the money used to advance their career is done off of illegal stuff, especially in the hip hop industry. Go back and look at Straight Outta Compton, NWA. NWA was funded off of Eazy-E as a drug dealer. All of the money that was fronted for NWA, and that's why Ice Cube and them was getting mad at Eazy-E because Eazy-E was getting a bigger cut. Well, Eazy-E was the one that put the front money up. So yes, black folks don't understand that. You know, I'm on the stage doing this. No, business is business. If I put my money up for you on a look, yes, I am going to get, because we could be in the basement all day until we get some money. So we have to go back and revisit something. Is there a double standard now because she's a woman? Because honestly, Luther Campbell was selling dime bags before. Yeah. He was selling more than dime bags. He was selling coochie too. Look. And let me tell y'all something. This is people. If you are 40, I'm gonna leave it at 40. I probably should say 45. But if you are 40 and up, but probably 45 and up. But if you are 40 and up, I tell people this all the time, especially, I'm digressing, I'm kind of easing back into the real conversation. When I'm talking about times have changed, the music that these kids listen to and are making, we handed them that crap. Head, and more head. That's us. That's my generation. So horny. So horny. That's my generation. See, y'all don't want to go. See, I'm real. One thing about me, and that's why people don't let me come to their churches no more, because I'm too real for them. The stuff that our kids, this generation, is singing, and this foolishness and this garbage, because my generation handed them this garbage. Luke Skywalker is our generation. Doodoo Brown. Hey, yeah. Doodoo Brown. So we call it, you right, Aries. Back in the day, we called it Doodoo Brown. Today, they call it twerking. You hit it right on the nose, Aries. I ain't even mad at you. Harry, where you been, man? Where you been? I need to go get me something to drink because you late. I got 30 more minutes left on the show. You had me all out here by myself, digging the scene with the gangsters like, ooh. I got to find me a good song. To listen to revamp this thing and reset. That's it. And whenever you hear somebody talking about some reset on the radio, that means that we got to reintroduce ourselves again. Here go a song. Y'all, I got you. You remember how at the beginning of the show, I talked about, I played Cutie Pie, and what was that other one I played? Cutie Pie and Computer Love. And how we used to use those, different songs to say what we want to say. Y'all buckle your seatbelts. Y'all gonna love me for this one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my cash app in the chat room so y'all can send me a tip. Check this out. I hit my knee. It hurts really bad. It hurts really bad. Come on, hurry. Come on. Right here. Come on.
just to say.
My girl Rebecca is that's no lie. She tells me that I'm her only guy.
That might be true, but my girls enjoy. She don't play around, she's like to the point.
My girl's like candy, a candy tree. She loves me high up on her feet. She looks so sweet. Oh, candy. Your face so true.
Okay, see, I know I took y'all back in the day. I know I took y'all back in the day. But here's what I got. I got something for y'all. I really, really, really do have something for y'all. And you remember, that was, when we was little. Okay, that was when we was little. So, how many remember? Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pull it up. I got something for y'all. It's something special, cause we was probably we were still kids. Cause Candy Girl, we was tiny, right? Okay, maybe I'm telling my age. Maybe I was telling my age. But there was a song, and there's actually a couple of jams. Y'all remember Immature? Before they was Immature, they were somebody else. I can't think of the name of the group. Before they was Immature, they was somebody else. I can't remember. But when the Immature first album, no, I'm not going to tell that story. I got a story that goes along with Immature first album. But that's a grown and sexy. That was a grown and sexy conversation. I can't have that. What was the name of that group before they was Immature? Let me see. Harold said, my bad. No, they weren't another bad creation. I don't think. I'm gonna look it up right now. And it could be. It could be. Let me see. I'm immature. Before they was Immature, they were Because if it was them, then it's perfect. Here's why. What was the name of the group? It probably was immature. Oh well. No one remembers because Ari said immature. 92, so I'm trying to figure it out. No, it wasn't because IMAX was, but they was known as something else. It probably was immature. Oh man. It probably was another bad creation. And then they switched to immature the last couple of albums. Oh well, let me see what people are saying over here. IMAX, B2K. It probably was B2K, but I don't think it was B2K. Anyway, so even if it was whatever it is, so Candy Girl was the jam. That was the jam. Let me take y'all back to the playground. Y'all ready to go back to the playground? I only got a few more minutes left on here. I'll take y'all all the way back to the playground. You listen to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even Alexa can make it do just what it do. Check this jam out.
Video, check the second verse. this out.
What about your friends? Hey, look, I'm trying to tell y'all, friends, will they let you down? Hey, look, back in the day, music told a story. It had all the vibes that you need. Guys, you could pick up your girls. Girls, y'all could tell a dude off. Well, y'all still got that. That's one thing about music. Y'all women have a way of creating songs that would diss a man in a heartbeat. Y'all don't believe me? I think you better call Tyrone and tell him, come on, pack your... Y'all always have... You know what? There was one song, there was an anthem. I'm going to help y'all out. Because that was y'all anthem. A few years ago. Stop. Y'all know that was y'all anthem. When y'all got in y'all mood and you ready to kick that Negro out of your house, because you know that he came with garbage bags. This joker didn't even have money to bring suitcases. He got garbage bags. That Negro there, that one that you was kicking out the house. That's his song there. But there was one particular song around Keith Sweat time, Keith Sweat first album. I'm finna mess all y'all ladies up. I wish I had it, because I would play it. It actually became one of my favorite songs. And I kind of understood the woman's mindset. I'm going to sing it. I'm going to sing a little bit. I'm going to sing the hook. Thanks for my child. I really wanna... That song right there. Thanks for my child. I promise you, that was the first... No, it wasn't. Because there was a song back in the 70s that was a woman's anthem. But in the 80s... That song there brought all women together. No if, no and. Because y'all were able to have a conversation, whether it was with your sisters or even when it was with yourself. And you had that quiet moment with yourself. And you look across the room and you see that child playing. Or you see your children playing. Or you... And the dude was no longer there. He was gone doing something else. And you lady, and I can only imagine, I'm a guy, so I don't have the privilege of having you all start. I was talking to a beautiful lady the other day, and she was saying how this thing came out of me. This human being popped out of me. I don't have the privilege as a guy to knowing what that feels like. Yeah, I felt my sons, I felt their mother, their stomach, and I felt the moving, but I would be confused. I literally be confused, like, how is that possible? To the point that it was gross, but it wasn't gross. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. But I'm sitting there, and I could sit, and her shirt would be over her belly, and you would see the child roll in her stomach. You would see the kid's foot just push against, and it would be so gross, but it would be the most beautiful thing that you would ever see in your life. Young guys, young men. You stupid enough to get her pregnant. Be smart enough to go through it with her. This is a real conversation as I end this show tonight. You were stupid enough to get her pregnant. Be smart enough to be there with her as she go through it. One of the most beautiful things that I've ever experienced, and I was able to experience it 3 times. All of them came with that third leg. I want one to come out with just two. I didn't get to experience that. But one of the most beautiful things that you would ever experience, guys, is growth. It's gross, but it's beautiful at the same time. The woman that you laid down with, 9 months prior to this event, carried a seed that you planted in the ground. When you planted that seed, she accepted your seed. Voluntarily or involuntarily. She accepted your seed and used her body to fertilize that seed of yours. Be smart enough, young men. And some of us old dudes. Be smart enough to go through it with her. The most beautiful experience I've ever seen in my life is watching a woman give birth. Yes, it's gross. It is. Whether you deal with the C-section or the natural birth, yeah, you're gonna feel your manhood gonna be challenged. I'm gonna be honest with you. You see that head come out, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah. Well, ain't nothing I can do with that no more. I'm just having a real conversation. Ladies, I'm not talking to y'all. Just to the guys. But when that child comes out, and you get to say, that's me. Because that child has your blood, not hers. That DNA is running through you. I'm going to get sensitive here for real quick for about 3 minutes, then I'm going to end my show. One of the most hurtful things for a son or daughter to ever have to go through is not experiencing the relationship of their dad. It's one of the worst things you can ever, son or daughter. Now, there's a difference between sons because I'm learning to get over some things. I've forgiven my dad, but there's some things that lingers. Now, my sisters, they love on my dad. Because to them, a dad can't do no wrong in most cases. But guys, be there for your daughters. Be there for your sons. I'm going to make it real simple. Be there for your seeds. If you planted that seed, be there to nurture. Be there to pluck the weeds from around it. Be there to water that seed. Be there to put the right fertilizer and the right stuff around it so that when it's time for it to go off on its own, it's prepared. That's just me giving my own 2 cents. Y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight on Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man. We titled this Time Have Changed. Been a great show. We went down memory lane. We talked about some different songs. I might even do another one. This was a good show. I enjoyed this show. I'm going to close with this song here. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's definitely all gravy.
You make me feel so good inside. I always wanted a girl just like you.
Yeah, he bad. Yeah, who's bad? Black, black.
See, I told y'all the music has changed. The music has changed. Everything has changed. I did some. I did a little bit of New Orleans bounce and some hip hop mixed up into that right there. Look, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This is your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even Alexa can make it do just what it to do. Look, we're going to be good Friday. 3316 Snapfinger Road, Lithonia, Georgia. That's a place called Paradise Island. They had movie night tonight out there. And so I went out there, or movie day. So on Wednesdays, they do a lot of movies. And so we was out there and we watched we watched Black Caesar. We watched The Mac. So y'all need to come out. If smoke don't bother you, you probably need to come out and hang with us. It's pretty good. We had a pretty good night out there. I had to leave early so I can come do the show. But holla at your boy. It's all good. It's definitely all gravy. I'll see y'all Friday. Let's make it do what it do. Baby, baby.
J-Mad is not your everyday lunch partner. He's all the way raw.
How are you going to say Black Lives Matter when the only reason you come out is when cops kill us and we don't come out when we kill ourselves? That's crazy, man.
He's all the way real.
The truth? You can't even handle the truth.
And most of all, he has his priorities right.
I want the Falcons and the Hawks to be my pallbearers at my funeral. That way they can let me down just one last time.
J-Mad gives it to you big.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J-Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J-Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J-Mad.